If you're about to drop serious money on a mirrorless camera just because it shoots 4K, I need you to stop right there. Because in 2026, that decision could be one of the biggest mistakes you'll make as a creator. And I'm going to explain exactly why. Look, I get it. You see 4K stamped on a camera and your brain goes, yeah, that's professional. That's what I need. But here's what nobody's telling you. 4K isn't special anymore. It's not even impressive. It's literally the bare minimum. And cameras that only offer basic 4K, they're already outdated before you even unbox them. If you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It actually helps more than you think. Let me paint you a picture. You're scrolling through used gear sites, right? You see a Sony A6400, maybe a Canon EOS R, or a Nikon Z5. The prices look tempting. Hey, it's 4K, and it's cheap. Seems like a steal. But here's the problem, and this is where people get burned. Most of these cameras give you 4K with a catch. What's the catch? Heavy sensor crops that ruin your framing. Rolling shutter that turns fast-moving shots into wobbly, jello-like footage. Overheating that shuts your camera down mid-shoot. Recording limits that stop you at 30 minutes. Number 10-bit color, so your footage falls apart the moment you try to color grade. And autofocus that loses your subject the second they move too fast. You're not really getting 4K. You're getting compromised 4K. And trust me, that difference is huge. It's the difference between footage that works and footage that frustrates you every single time. Here's where it gets worse. The Sony A7 III, fantastic for photos, but when it comes to video, it's basically stuck in 2018. The Canon EOS R, gorgeous images, but the video specs are underwhelming. Even newer models like the Canon R8, praised for image quality, still skip critical features like internal 10-bit recording and proper heat management. Features that are becoming standard everywhere else. And I know what you're thinking, but it's cheap. I'll just upgrade later. Sure, that sounds reasonable, until you realize that by the time you're ready to upgrade, that camera has lost half its value. Why? Because nobody wants a basic 4K camera anymore. The resale market for these things is brutal. Here's the reality check you really need. Your smartphone probably shoots 4K, maybe even better 4K than some of these older mirrorless cameras. So ask yourself, why would you spend $800 to $1,500 on a camera that barely outperforms your phone? You wouldn't. Not if you knew any better. And that's exactly the problem. Most people don't. They see the brand, see the specs, and hit buy without thinking about how it'll actually perform in real-world shooting. But wait, there's more to this story. And this is where things start to get really interesting. Because in 2026, what actually matters isn't just resolution. It's capability. It's everything that happens behind the scenes, the stuff you don't notice until it really matters. Can your camera record in 10-bit color so you actually have room to color grade without your footage falling apart? Does it offer log profiles that preserve dynamic range instead of crushing your highlights and shadows? Can it handle high frame rates for silky, smooth slow motion, or does it choke when you need it most? And most importantly, does the autofocus actually track your subject reliably, or does it hunt and ruin the shot you've been planning for hours? These are the features that separate a truly capable camera from a paperweight 3 years from now. And this is exactly what budget 4K cameras don't have. They were designed for a time when simply saying it shoots 4K was enough to sell units. That era is over. Here's what actually happens when you buy one of these cameras. At first, you're excited. You unbox it, shoot a few clips, and yeah, it looks decent, maybe even impressive. But then you try to level up. You want to color grade. You need clean, slow motion. You start shooting in tougher lighting conditions. And that's when the cracks appear. That's when the limitations hit. That's when you realize you didn't buy a tool that grows with you. You bought something that starts holding you back. And here's the part that really stings. You could have waited just a little longer. You could have saved just a bit more. And instead of settling, you could have bought something that actually lasts 5 years, not something that feels outdated in one. Because cameras with genuinely modern video pipelines already exist. Cameras with proper 10-bit recording, reliable autofocus, efficient processors that don't overheat, unlimited recording times, and high frame rate options. They're out there. And the wild part? Some of them are now hitting the market at prices that aren't even insane anymore. So what should you do instead? You really have two smart options. Option 1, wait. The next generation of mirrorless cameras arriving in 2026 is closer than you think. And trust me, when they land, they're going to make these older models look painfully outdated overnight. Faster processors, smarter autofocus, better codecs, and real video-first features are coming. Option 2. If you genuinely need a camera right now, spend a little more and choose one that already offers the video tools you'll actually need long-term. Not just today, but a year or two from now. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2026, buying a 4K only camera isn't an investment. It's a gamble. And the odds? They're not in your favor. Look, I'm not saying this to be harsh or dramatic. I'm saying it because I genuinely don't want you wasting your hard-earned money on something that's going to frustrate you 6 months down the line. The camera market moves insanely fast. What felt cutting-edge just 3 years ago is considered baseline today. And what's baseline today will be borderline obsolete tomorrow. That's why 4K is no longer a premium feature. It's not a selling point anymore. It's the starting line. And if a camera only gives you basic 4K with no advanced video tools, no future-proof codecs, no flexibility, and no room to grow as a creator, then let's be honest, that camera is already behind the curve before you even press record. So before you click buy now on that discounted Sony A6400 or that cheap Canon EOS R, stop for a second and really ask yourself this. Am I buying this because it genuinely fits my needs and the kind of content I want to create? Or am I buying it just because the price looks tempting and there's a big 4K label slapped on the box? Because heading into 2026, resolution alone isn't enough anymore. What actually matters is capability, autofocus reliability, dynamic range, low-light performance, codec options, and how the camera handles real-world shooting. You need a camera that grows with you, not one that starts fighting you the moment your skills improve. And trust me, these entry-level, basic 4K cameras, they don't just limit your footage, they limit you. If this video saved you from making an expensive mistake, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment letting me know what camera you're actually considering right now. I genuinely read every single comment, and whenever I can, I'll give you my honest, no BS take based on real-world use, not marketing hype. Because at the end of the day, the best camera isn't the cheapest one with 4K slapped on the box or the high specs on paper. It's the camera that fits your workflow, removes friction, and lets you focus on creating without limitations or regret. See you in the next one.